Greetings, fellow space nerds, humans of Earth, and beyond. I'm Cornelius, back again with more Starfield shipbuilding. Today, I've got build number 132, the P38 Lightning 6, because warbirds in space. I love old warbirds as much as I love new warbirds, and the P38 Lightning is definitely one of them. This was actually a viewer request by Mr. Goatlegs22. Here's your bird, my guy. I'm not quite ready to just take any old viewer request, but it very well may be something I open up in the future. Now this is a bit more of a reimagining of a P38 in space. I could have made actual propellers, but that didn't really make much sense in my reimagining of sorts. This has actually got me thinking about maybe giving a go at some other old warbirds, reimagined of course. So we shall see. I most definitely enjoyed this build more than I thought I would. I've also been building numerous other ships with several new pretty awesome mods that have dropped, so stay tuned for videos of those individual ships sooner or later. Anyways, hope you guys like this one. Let's check her out. Proportions were definitely a challenge on this one. I played around quite a lot trying to get them as right as I could. Love these bad tech miniguns. These are the large variety. I think they look fantastic. This gear setup is also a bit custom. It's two of the Nova gear merged into each other using some equipment plates and a Nova mini bracer. That was also a bit of a challenge to get the stance right, but also to get the gear to align with the one-of-a-kind hatch bay. This twin boom tail section is probably my least favorite. There just wasn't a way to orient certain parts that I wanted to get the right shape, but I think this is the best I could do with what's currently available. I also went back and forth with the engine placement. There's one variant that had an engine on top of the boom and below the boom, but I think the below the boom setup is mo better. Yeah, those things are just wicked looking. Now, Mr. Goatlegs had said he wanted something on the smaller end, but I just could not find the pieces, so he asked for only one hab, but we've got 4, but 3 that we're using technically, so we enter into a small medbay. This is a Tayo hab. I used the Tayo habs to achieve that rounded exterior, but unfortunately, because of the way they're shaped on the interior, it is rather limiting. It doesn't let you maximize the space, but we do what we do. So we head up one flight. This is the Owltech 2x1 officers' quarters, and weapons control room. I really like the kind of grungy, older aesthetic of the Build Habs, and since this is an old warbird, I figured it goes along. This is a pre-decorated hab that I added stuff to. This is a small galley area. And here we got some built-in storage. And then down this hall we've got our crew quarters and captain's quarters. Yeah, moving forward, we've got the control room. Pretty basic, but I was able to add some miscellaneous screens and such. And continuing forward to our armory and our docker. Now, you could definitely deviate with this hab from what I did. I'm still not using Play Stores Yourself for a few reasons. So since there is a hab below this one that we are not using, it did put a ladder there that I just decided to build a bunch of walls around. If you have no problems with Play Stores Yourself, you should most likely use it. I don't know why I'm not using it, honestly, but that's why it looks how it looks. And I fell. Alright, we continue up one more deck to the bridge. This is the Owltech sub bridge, so it's already pre-decorated rather uniquely. I'm a fan. Alright, that's an interior. Let's build her. Step 1. Walkable spaces. This is the bridge, the bay, the docker, and our habs. This build overall doesn't have a whole lot to it. Step 3 is the wings, and that is definitely where you need to bring your patience pants. I know I had to wear mine trying to do this build video for y'all. So follow along here, pretty easy, and I'll catch it in the next step. Step 2 is going to be our reactor, our grav drive, and the rest of our fuselage bits. Now, first thing you want to do is set up these gear. You're gonna need 3 of them, so just grab a Nova mini bracer, a couple equipment plates, and do like this. I really like how this kind of gear merge worked out. It doesn't look too funky, and it gives that kind of triangle shape when the gear extended, which I'm a fan of. So you can go ahead and just make 3 of those right now, or just wait. You're going to have to make 2 more in a later step. Now you are attaching this Tayo cowling to the front of that Nova mini bracer, and that is how we're going to achieve the proper gear to bay height, so everything stays aligned. Took a little while to figure that one out on my part. Now remember, we're not using that bottom Tayo hab since I am merging a whole bunch of stuff in there, but I picked it for the round shape so I can get that roundedness for the fuselage. here we go. Step 3, the wings. Now I have left one completely intact, minus the tail booms, for reference, which I will be referencing throughout this guide. So here, like I said, is one more of those gear that we built in step 2. I do go back and forth here a little bit. Believe it or not, this is actually the 3rd attempt at trying to make this semi-followable. Just what happens when I have 10 builds going on at the same time. Well, more at the moment, but you get what I'm saying. So, pause, definitely, and of course, if you have any questions at all, I am mostly always available. Just shoot me a message in the comments. Now, one of the downsides of the SMSEX mod that gives us the ability to make these awesome wings is the amount of added attachment parts now. So you will run into misalignment issues if you're not careful, which you can easily see me do through this step. Let's save those Trinity parts for later. Installing these Taio parts first is going to start to set up the shape that we're going for. I did warn you that this step was going to try patience, but what I'm trying to attach these tile parts to is the bottom of that particular Nova mini bracer. So after we move a few things out of the way, and after I of course figured out what the heck I'm supposed to do, we'll get back on track. Now you could probably use, instead of all of these Nova mini bracers, one of the flipped Deimos bracers in the north-south orientation. You could probably do that and avoid some of these attachment issues. Honestly, didn't even try that. Maybe worth it, I don't know. Here's where I decided to hide the Avon Tech engine. I know I've been using that particular engine in a lot of my builds recently, but it's the fastest one I got, and I want to go fast. But you can definitely choose to not use the decorative versions of these engines here below the booms. Really up to you, but I want to go fast. Ricky Bobby. And the rest of the wing is pretty straightforward. You're almost there. I would definitely add these two last Deimos wing parts. Well, last, just to save you the headache of the extra attachment points. Step 4 are tail booms. This one is, well, there's really only one area that gave me a lot of trouble, and I'll pipe up when we get there. So these vertically orientated Deimos wings have weird attachment issues. As you can see, these top two, per the builder, show that they're connected. But even when I attach this bottom one, it does not show that it's connected. So you're going to need to highlight all of them individually. Now, the three of them are attached to this horizontally orientated Deimos Wing E, to that one specific attachment point. Now, somehow, that shows that they're all connected. Then go ahead and attach them over here to the other Deimos Wing parts, and you will have completed P38 Lightning 6. Well, Mr. Goat Legs, hope this wasn't too hard to follow. Everybody else, same deal. Let's take her on a combat tour. Yeah, if you made it this far. Hell yeah. You're the bomb.com. Thanks. Putting this bird together has definitely inspired me to at least contemplate some other warbirds. Maybe B-25 Mitchell, maybe ME-232. Was thinking maybe MiG-15, like Korean War era might be pretty cool. Could probably do a Saber as well. Let me know what you think. It might be new series? New playlist maybe? I don't know. I'm definitely not short on ideas lately. There have been several awesome mods that have been dropping that have added all kinds of cool parts. There's a new Crimson Fleet mod. There's Antares Foundry, which is a bunch of cool wings. Bad Tech, of course. Seems like every week, or at least every 2 weeks, a new shipbuilding mod drops. And Starfield shipbuilding has never been better. I'm having a hell of a lot of fun exploring these ideas. Anyway, I'm Cornelius. You can find me in the Star Yard. Peace.